Hi friends, I'm Rachel, and the presentation today is about Solomon seal. And if you recall, a little while ago I posted a video on YouTube about false Solomon seal. I live here in Colorado near the Rocky Mountains, and I was up in the mountains and I found some false Solomon seal. The reason it was called false Solomon seal is that it wasn't the true authentic type that grows in the East, but what happened was when people came from the East out to the western part of the country and saw this plant growing, it reminded them of the one that they knew in the East, but it wasn't the exact same one, so they called it false instead of just Solomon seal. And here was a picture of it that we saw, and both Solomon seals are part of the lily family, true and false. So there was a false Solomon seal and a false starry Solomon seal with the little white starry flowers. And so this plant has a parallel veins. Instead of the veins coming out like this, like a web in your fingers or a tree branches, they come out in parallel formation from the base of the leaf, and they alternate on the stem. And because this is growing in water, you'll find that it's a moist, kind of demulcent plant that is very moisturizing. And so that was the false Solomon seal. Here's a little leaf that's dry that I had at one point collected. So that's a little review of the false Solomon or false starry Solomon seal. Two different plants, both moisturizing. And now I'm going to share with you a friend of mine that lives in Virginia, has a lovely herbal garden in her backyard, and she had the true Solomon seal growing. And because it's the fall of the year, she was able to harvest some of the roots. And so she sent me this bag of roots, and I'm going to take them out and show you what they look like. These are actually what's called a rhizome. So instead of one single root growing down, what these do is kind of travel along in a parallel fashion to the ground, and they're called rhizomes. Ginger grows this way, calamus root grows this way. There's a lot of plants that are called rhizomes. Also, turmeric is a rhizome as well. So you can see that they branch out, and then they have this little rootlets coming from them as well. And so I have a whole bag of this that I'm very happy to put up and also share with you what it's all about. So this true Solomon seal, also from the lily family, it's a Polygonatum genus, whereas the false Solomon seal is not from that genus. So there's two kinds of these. One grows like in Virginia and in the United States, and it's called Polygonatum vulgaris. Vulgaris doesn't mean vulgar. Vulgaris means common. So it's common Solomon seal. There's another Solomon seal variety that grows in China, and it's called Polygonatum odoratum. And odoratum means that it's very odoriferous. It has a strong smell, but the smell is very pleasing. So it's a nice, pleasing lily smell. So both the ones that we have in Colorado and the ones in the East or in China are they're moisturizing. So they're yin tonics, and that's what you would call it in Chinese medicine. And they're very moisturizing to two places in particular. All three of them from the East and from the Western United States are moisturizing both to the lungs and to the stomach. So if you had a dry cough or a hacky kind of cough and you weren't bringing up a lot of mucus, these would be excellent for that. Yin producing for lung dryness, or yin deficiency as that's called. As far as the digestive system is concerned, they're also moisturizing. So if you had a constipation or very dry stools, these would be good to help move that along, moisten digestive tract, and make it easier to go to the bathroom. So these would be indicated for constipation. So far, the uses of the ones in the West and the ones in the East in Virginia are the same. But the ones in Virginia, and also the Chinese version, has another use as well that the Western one doesn't have. And that is heart related. And it's related to the heart in the sense that there's substances in there called cardiac glycosides. And glycosides are very stimulating to the heart. So they're good in digestive heart, in congestive heart failure. And because they get the heart, the heart muscle beating faster, and not faster but stronger. So it pumps out more blood with each beat. And this is a very important distinction between the two. Another herb in the same family, in the lily family, that does this is lily of the valley. And that is also has cardiac glycosides in it. And it has the same properties as Solomon seal. And this is the first time I've had Solomon seal in my apothecary. And so I'm quite excited to use it. So I'm just going to go ahead and weigh this out for you with my new scale that I got for my birthday. And just to show you, so I'm going to turn it on. And what this does is it zeroes it. So it's zeroing the scale to take care of this, the weight of this bowl that's sitting on top of it. So here it's zeroed to grams, and I can also change the units and zero it to ounces. So I can go back and forth. I can flip from English to metric, back and forth, but it's still zero. And so I'm going to use this in grams to start with, and I'm going to take all my Solomon seal and put it in here just for fun to weigh it. And this is a freshly dug root, so it means that I'm going to put it up in a 1 to 2 herb to alcohol, 100% alcohol solution, the same proportions that we use for any fresh herb. So let's see what I have here. Here's my Solomon seal. So what do we have? We have 788 grams. Sounds like a lot, but if you change this unit to English, what I have is, what do I have? One pound, 1.8 ounces. And no, 11. What's that? 1 pound, 1.8 ounces. So that's what we have here. And it's just to show you my measurements. And actually this has lost some water since I got it yesterday. So it's time to put it up. But I just wanted to share with you the difference between false Solomon seal and true Solomon seal. And so the main thing is the cardiac aspect of the true Solomon seal versus the yin moisturizing aspect has a lot of saponins in them, which makes it moisturizing of both Eastern and Western. So that's what I got to say about Solomon seal, and I'm looking forward to using it. See you later.